everyone, and Magic Creepers here. Welcome to yet another video. Today is a very special video because today I will be doing a tour of my minigame server, Pixeled. Now, I've had this minigame server for around 2 months, I believe, and I have a total of, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 minigames. I had to count there. But yeah, I have 12 mini games. It's like really big, and I've accomplished a lot. Now, guys, just a little disclaimer here. If you guys want to join my minigame server, then here's all you have to do. This little fun little thing here. So there will be a code in the top right of the screen appearing now. And all you have to do, you have to go into PS4, look up my PSN ID, which I will put in the top left of the screen right now. And all you have to do is look at my PSN ID, send me the code, and then I'll accept. And then after you send me the code, I'll accept your friend request. You have to send me a friend request after you send the code as well, if you want to like go on my server. And yeah, anytime I'm on my server, then you can join. Oh, that's a problem. But yeah, so here's all you have to do. Like I said, I'm just gonna repeat it. So corner, top right hand, PSN ID, top left hand. So when you send me a friend request from a PSN ID, all I want you to do is I want you to send me a message, and in the message I want you just to put in the code. That's it. That's all I want you to do. And then anytime I'm on, you will be granted full access to my minigame server. So yeah. Anyways, now let's start on with the tour. So I'm gonna start with the lobby. Now the lobby is probably the hardest thing to build. Was probably the hardest thing to build in all of everything. So pixel sign wasn't too hard. Now the grass parkour is easy, and then the end parkour is medium. And then I'm gonna have a hard parkour right here coming soon. But first I'm gonna give you a tour of the lobby, then I'll give you a tour of all the minigames. So first, this is like the lobby where you spawn. Welcome to Pixel, inspired by Minecraft. Yeah. By the way, check out my friend Shots of Lead's channel. Shots of Lead, I believe. If you guys don't know, he has his own minigame server called Minecoop, and he will be in related channels. So if you guys just want to check out his channel, go to related channels on my homepage, and you will see his channel there. It'll be Shots of Lead. Okay. Anyways, on with the tour. So over here is a lounge. I just added this in for no reason. I just got bored. I was like, hey, what the heck? And then this is the grand hall right next to the lounge. And this is full of the names of all the people that help me with build or play mini games. And high honor is like people who really helped out. So me, here's my Kaya Awesome, Fire Skull Camera, Story Zach, ABX Salmon, Justice Cool Kid, Stomp1238, Shots of Lead, like I said, XMB Boss, and all those people. So yeah, that is the Grand Hall, and basically all the names that go in the Grand Hall have either helped me test out a minigame or helped me build. So yeah, let's move on to here, which is the game gallery. This is a listing of all my minigames, their status, how many players they can have, their description, and the name of the game. Now if we head over here, this is the food court. You just get foods because they usually have the game mode on easy, so you'll like lose hunger. And if you can't see right here, it's an American flag because Memorial Day is coming up, so I decided to build this in. And yeah, and this is the one and only golden bathtub where my Squiddy pals meet. Anyways, moving on with the lobby. Over here is the voting area. Now I'm gonna show you this first. Every time we play a mini game, I bring people here. I teleport them to second, first, or third, depending on their place or their performance. And this in here is a voting room. This is where people vote for games. Like if I have a full server, I'll use it. But if I have like 1 or 2 people, I'll just choose my own games. But all the games are listed in here. Incomplete ones and ones that I have to reset are usually blocked off, such as Hunger Games. That is far from finished. But yeah, let's move on. So I think I've covered all of the lobby. Oh, except for this. This is the pixel quiz. And let me just go into creative. And then I'm not going to give you the answers actually. But basically it's a quiz on how well you know my minigames server. So moving on, let's go to the minigame. So in this room is a listing of all the minigames. And I'm going to give you a quick tour of each one of these minigames. Except for incomplete ones and ones that may or may not have to reset. Or may not have to, never mind. Anyways, let's start with the first minigame, which is Death Run. Now, Death Run was the very first minigame I ever built. That's why it's first on the list, of course. And, basically, I will randomly select one death to kill all the runners. And it'll be set to normal mode or hard mode, depending on how many people there are. And yeah, it's really easy to reset. Let me just show you all the traps really quick, because let me just show you. So this is the deaths decide when the. So first there's a creeper trap. Oh geez, there's a giant slime trap. There's a skeleton trap, an arrow trap, another a magma cube trap, and silverfish traps. let's set it to peaceful before they do anything wrong. So yeah, that was Death Run. Let's move on to our next minigame. And our... that was awkward. And our next minigame is King of the Ladder. So, unfortunately, I just switched to an offline game for some reason. Sometimes my internet, like, lags out or for whatever reason. But, I do have to reset this one. But it isn't too hard to reset. All you have to do is put bow and arrows and golden apples in each chest. But basically, if you don't know what King of the Ladder is, you have to reach the top of the ladder and knock other players down. And, well, you have to stand on your pressure plate to win. And if you stand on, and I have this little fun rule. A lot of people don't understand they have to stand on their pressure plate. So I decided to, like, you know what, this is getting annoying. So if you stand on someone else's pressure plate, then they win. And, you know, it'll just be, like, a downside for other people that don't understand the rules of King of the Ladder. I mean, I do explain the rules all the time. But, alright, on to our next minigame, which is Spleef. Now, if you don't know what Spleef is, you basically have to dig the ground under your opponents. As you can see, I have a giant arena, and people will die. Okay, moving on. Let's head to, let's fill this in. Head to our next minigame, which is... what's our next minigame? Let's go check. Our next minigame is Pig Race. Now, this game is highly inspired by Horse Race, but I just decided to do pigs. Now, not a lot of my minigames are, like, to their fullest. These are all, like, drafts, sort of, if you don't understand what I mean. All my minigames, I made them just with the idea in my head, and like a blueprint sort of in my head. So basically what I'm saying is these are the worst possible versions of my games. I need to improve them and all that junk. So that will be happening sooner or later once I get the chance. And also to get back to the lobby, you basically have to kill yourself somehow. So that's why I have like lava here and then lava up here to go back to lobby. Unless you want to do the parkour backwards. That's totally not against the rules. But Pig Race, basically what you have to do, you have to ride a pig to victory. I have to figure out a better system to control this, because a lot of people that play Pig Race don't actually play by the rules. Let's break this piece of glass. They just run to the end and suicide. Technically, I do disqualify them, but it's just such a hassle. I'd rather just have everyone play by the rules. So, next game is the Dropper. Like I said, not all my games are to the fullest, so the Dropper is definitely the Dropper is just no exception. See how, like, easy this is? I mean, I had an idea of the Dropper in my head, and then I realized how long it would take, so we just made, like, a version that was, like, seemed like a Dropper, but wasn't really. Oh, great, now I have to go back all of that. Our next game is Knockoff. Now, a knockoff is just a giant platform, and I just took a bunch of blaze rods and put knockback 2 on them, and the end. That's knockoff. So basically, you have to knock other players off. Now, the reason the platform is so big makes it harder to knock players off because they'll just hit the edge and then they'll just run back in. That's why I want. That's why I want longer. The reason I have the platform so yeah. If I could talk today, the reason I have the platform so big is because I want the game to last longer. But this is Skywars Insane. Now, note the insane. Now, at first, cause I don't play computer Minecraft, I don't have it. Yeah. Dun dun dun. Anyways, I don't play computer Minecraft, and I don't know a lot about the minigame servers. All I watched was Insane Mode Skywars. Like, that's all I ever watched. And then I realized, hey, there are different modes. So one time I was on Minecoop, my friend's minigame server, and I was playing, and then I realized, hey, this isn't what they showed on many YouTube channels that played Insane Mode. So I decided, and so then after doing some research, I was like, oh, wait, oh, so there are different modes. Normal, easy, insane. So I decided to do Insane Mode. And basically, you just give the person a lot of supplies, and sorry about the background sounds, by the way. But you just give the person a lot of OP supplies, and they'll just dominate, really. So, on to our next minigame, which is Gold Rush. Now, Gold Rush is inspired, like, if you guys know Hypixel, I believe it is, Gold Rush is like a mix of that rocket fueling minigame and Gold Rush itself. So, yeah. So basically, what players have to do, they have to mine the gold, and they don't just like pick it up like it's mountains of gold. Like they collect it like one by one inside like a little what's it called, like an area, like this little area here, and whoever has the most gold in the end of the game wins. So yeah. So if you guys know Hypixel, Gold Rush is basically a mix of that rocket fueling game and Gold Rush itself. On to our next mini game. Alright, next mini game is Gladiators. Gladiators is just a little arena. Everyone just punches each other to death, like PvP. And I always turn off natural regen, so like it's not Hunger Games. I'm not gonna show you in Super Smashers. I'm not gonna show you because they aren't complete. But hide and seek, I can show you if it just dropped down. Now I can show you Hunger Games in progress and all that stuff, and I haven't even started Super Smashers. But anyways, I'm gonna definitely improve my hide and seek map because I think it's way too small for people to like actually hide. Also, I have way too little. I don't have that many hiding spaces. Let me show you my Hunger Games. So I finished one layer of glass, of like I don't know how many, and I finished this little. I didn't actually finish a town, but I did finish a little starting area too. All I have to do is finish the rest of all of these areas, and then fill in the glass. So I think we covered everything. Yeah. Oh wait. So I have this little secondary voting room here. This is for Skywars. They're team game and solo game, so free for all. But yeah, I think we covered everything mostly. So yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember the code in my PSN ID to get into my minigame server. And if you guys enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing. Make sure you smash that like button. And I will see you all next time.